Welcome back to Copy and Conversation. So for all you Audie fans, my little bad boy is running around looking for mischief. I should probably tell you, he's upset with me, and he has a reason for it. So let me show you this quick little clip, and then I'll explain why I did what I did. This is my neighbor's shed. Now, I'm going to step right over here. This is the property line. The shed runs right on the property line. This is a gopher hole leading under the shed. The reason I can tell this is look at all the dirt that's been kicked out. And this is a bucket with a plastic bag of very well-used cat litter in it. And that litter is ripe. I made poor Audie wait a couple of extra days before I changed his cat box, just to ensure that this would be high-quality used cat litter. And so that bag of litter is going into that hole. And what's going to happen is the gophers are going to smell that. And that is, it's highly aggressive, angry male cat pee all over the place. It will hopefully drive them out. And then I'll come back and check. And once I'm sure there are no gophers in there, I will fill this dirt back in. And hopefully this will last for another 10 years. So, litter's in the hole. All the dirt is here. I'm not filling it in right away. I'm going to give them a couple of days to get the heck out of Dodge, and then I'm going to fill it in. Yeah, so I left Audie's litter unchanged for 3 or 4 days after it started smelling. So he wasn't really very happy. And I understand that. And he's a little cat and he doesn't know. But I tried my best to explain to him that this is part of the groundhog elimination strategy. But I'm not sure if he got it. But what I really did need was I needed some very potent cat litter. Because I went through this groundhog nonsense, same location, more than 10 years ago. At that time, I trapped the entire groundhog family using rotting fruit, in particular mangoes and papayas. For some reason, groundhogs like rotting mangoes and rotting papayas. I have no explanation. But I trapped them and relocated them. Then I filled their hole with rancid cat litter, supplied by Audie, of course, and they stayed gone for 10 years. But it's really very important that these groundhogs go away, because I don't want my cat tempted to go crawling down a groundhog hole under a shed that you saw. That thing is collapsing. I don't want him killing the groundhogs. It's really not their fault. And I don't want him bitten by wild animals. So it's a problem that has to be solved. And the best solution is rancid cat litter. I swear. Somebody told me that 10 years ago. I tried it. It kept them at bay for 10 years. So with any luck at all, I've just bought myself 10 more groundhog-free years with this. And I've apologized to Audie. And of course he has new litter now. And he's been playing in it, so he's got his new litter and he's happy. But I will not do that again for another 10 years, because I won't need to. All right, let's take a quick look at the intro and we'll be right back. So, after yesterday's video, I thought I really needed to take my own advice and try some of these downsizing techniques as decluttering tools. And what I started with was the half, I thought about, take a box, take 4 boxes, and I just gave up on that one very, very quickly. That's not how I want to jump into the fray. So what I did was I went into my closet and I took out about half of my tops. I took out everything that wasn't a linen t-shirt or wool. Mostly because if I had taken everything out, it would have been overwhelming. And the whole point of this is to keep the project small, little bits. So why didn't I take out my sweaters, for example, along with those tops? Because that is not what I was tackling. I was tackling a small, discrete section of my closet. So I pulled out blouses, basically. And by the way, I filmed this, so I'm going to be able to take you along on that entire process of what I was thinking, why I made decisions. And amazingly enough, I found it to be reasonably easy. I was not expecting that because I thought, I don't want to get rid of anything. I'm not doing this because I want to get rid of things. I'm doing it because I need to test out these techniques, and I throw them out to you. I need to be able to say, yeah, I've done it and here's how it worked. So that desire wasn't really there. Nevertheless, when we're through watching this, I will tell you how I made out. So let's start here. I'm not sure how clearly you can see this color. It's a very nice coffee brown. It's 100% silk. It's a turtleneck. This is a nice blouse. The problem is I've only worn it a few times because I don't like that high neck. So, going over here, this one is, this is also a sort of coffee with a little more cream in it. Again, 100% silk. I think I've worn this twice. Oh, and I've had this one for 3 or 4 years. I love this draped cowl collar, but I'm not wearing it. I think the problem is, much as I like that collar, I don't like the fact that it has no sleeves. For me, a blouse with no sleeves is just a tank top. So this is like a little too dressy to be a tank top, but not enough sleeves for anything else, which is why I'm not wearing it. And this one, let's see. Oh, Tommy Hilfiger. Okay, so nice designer label, very pretty cotton shirt. However, this thing is just so heavy. And summers here are brutally hot. As a consequence, a heavy cotton shirt is really not meeting my needs. Short-sleeved, meaning it's not good for winter. Too heavy, meaning it's not good for summer. And this one, CNC. Again, cotton. This is actually navy blue. It probably looks black on camera, but it's a nice piece. And I actually have another shirt from this company that I like very much. But again, same problem. And look at this. We've got like 2 layers of cotton around the neckline. So yeah, short sleeves making it inappropriate for winter, too heavy, making it inappropriate for summer. This. Yeah, I'm going to have to say goodbye to the Oxford t-shirt. I do like it. And one of the reasons I like it is this thing is so heavy. This is a serious t-shirt. Because, Oxford, I guess they take their t-shirts seriously. But again, too heavy for summer. And I don't like the fact that this is a t-shirt I use for like doing yard work and stuff. I'd rather this go to somebody else who will probably give it the status it deserves. This shouldn't be a yard work t-shirt. I'm in Oxford, for heaven's sake. This one, believe it or not, of all of these, this one was the hardest for me to say no to. This is a linen t-shirt. It's, well, you can see. It's gotten worn. It's had a lot of wear, and you can actually see the coat hanger right through it. So it's getting a little translucent. I told myself I would keep this and use this as a sleep shirt, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do that. I think even though maybe I ought to throw this out, it is 100% linen, and maybe somebody out there, you know, is a little more bold than I am when it comes to showing off what's under my shirt. So that is going. So the short sleeve shirts were pretty easy. When I start looking at long sleeved tops, that's a different story. So I'm going to stop this for a moment. I'm going to put those short sleeve shirts away and, well, put them in the donation box, and then come back to the long sleeve shirts. Okay, so let's start with these because the top three were pretty easy to eliminate from the closet. They are all long sleeve button down shirts. This is linen. It's sort of an off-white light tan color. It has a tab collar, which I love. I think I've worn this once. Nevertheless, it's just not working for me. This one, which is darker, this is sort of a light coffee color. It has really long cuffs. That was a style a couple of years ago when I got it. And I don't know what to say. Those cuffs keep falling over. They keep getting in my way. It's beautiful. It's 100% linen. I've got nothing against it, except this is just not practical for me at all. Here's its friend in a lighter color. This is an off-white linen. Same thing, those massive cuffs. I do not know what I was thinking, but these are good quality shirts. You can usually tell when they've got the buttons, you know, one right on top of the other at the collar. But again, 100% linen, no. So those were pretty easy calls. Now we're going to move on to some other stuff. Okay, let's start with this one. This is a very, very lightweight, I think it's a cotton and polyester blend. I really don't know. It's from Anthropology. It's very cute, and I really, really like this. Is this something I would wear to tea with the Queen? No, not even close. But for around the house, it is just so comfortable. I like the fact that it has these little tabs on the sleeves. And again, going back to those linen shirts, if my cuffs are in my way, I am miserable. So this shirt has everything I like, and it's staying. This one, this is a Pendleton silk shirt, which I got on the resale market recently, and it's brand new. It's still got the tags on it. And it is this lovely dark burgundy color. And this is absolutely staying. I need to put it on a better hanger, but yes, it's staying. This one, I bought this, I think a year ago. Wore it once. I will wear it again. 100% silk. I got a great deal on this, and you know that always endears a piece to me. But it's a classic, you know, pussy bow blouse. They have been stylish for 100 years. I like it. It stays, even though this is the kind of dressy piece that I may not wear more than once or twice a year. Still staying. This one, let's see. Oh, Kobe Halpern. Kobe Halpern, it's sort of like let me pull this out so you can see it. A sort of butterfly sleeved, short sleeved, very light silk chiffon blouse. Nice designer label in a sort of cream color. Again, got this on the secondary market, got a great deal on it, and it's going to go over here because, yeah, once or twice a year, but I'm going to be glad I have it. This one. This is a silk velvet in a tan color. Really nice. Very easy to wear because it's so loose and floppy, and it's actually kind of long. This is, again, not something I would wear every day, but I got such a good deal on it. Although, frankly, if I keep everything that I get a good deal on, I'll keep everything, because if I don't get a good deal on it, I'm not going to buy it. But this one, I really do think will come in handy because unlike the other blouses, this one is heavy. This one is for a room with a lot of air conditioning or a winter evening. This was a fairly recent purchase. I bought this new from Target. I think I paid $30 for it. It's a classic sort of peasant / poet shirt. Very lightweight cotton, which is great for the summer because, yeah, it's long sleeves, but still light enough for the really, really warm weather. So I'll get a lot of use out of that. I just haven't had the opportunity yet. All right, now these are the ones that I'm having some trouble with because these last, well, we have 3 here. These are all linen blends. Well, linen and cotton blends. Off-white, tab collar, button down, long sleeves, cuffs. You can see I've got a sort of preference going here. I am thinking no, I like it, but no, I don't love it to death. And if I had to get rid of something in my wardrobe, that would go before any of those silk blouses. Same with this, another really nice linen piece. This is actually 100% linen. Same thing, off-white button-down shirt. And again, 100% linen. This is a tan button-down shirt. Here's the thing. I think I have been keeping these button-down shirts on this weird theory that everybody needs to have a button-down shirt. And for some reason, I decided I need to have a lot of them. But am I wearing them? No. Are they entitled to the closet space? No. And the way I can justify this is by looking at that stack, there we are, over here, that stack of silk blouses and asking myself if I would give up any one of those blouses in order to keep one of these. And the answer is absolutely not. Okay, now we're on to short sleeve shirts. Now these first 3 are Tommy Bahama. And yes, 100% silk. I like them. I went out of my way to get them. So we've got a nice solid black. This one, which is gray, and this is the only piece of gray in my wardrobe. I just really kind of like this color, mostly because I thought it was a pale lilac and not gray. Doesn't matter. I got it. It's mine. I went out of my way to get it, so it stays. And then this one, again, this is Tommy Bahama, burgundy. I like it. Panama Jack, this is white. It's got a pattern woven into it. Very nice piece, good summer shirt. And yeah, that's silk. This one, this is an interesting sort of burgundy color, but it's a little on the brick red side. This was from a company called Garnet Hill. I've got a few of their linen blouses. I like this. It is comfortable and it's really good for the summer. So, stays. This one, this is Ralph Lauren, actually, and this is linen. And again, we've got that color, and they're just basically, those are all sort of camp shirt designs. So they are intended for the summer, and they are all staying. And that is as far as I am willing to go today. I will have to do a count and see how much is it I'm keeping as opposed to how much is going to go, and I will let you know. Okay, so the final tally from that little downsizing adventure was 12 tops in a donation box and 11 stayed behind. Now here's the interesting part. Even though, as I say, this is supposed to be half, half, half. Take your stuff, get rid of half of it. I was not doing that. I was not making any conscious effort to get rid of 50% of my stuff. However, the technique worked so well that even without meaning to and without realizing it, that's exactly what I did. So I started to explain this as I was filming. The thing that I did was I looked at the pieces I wanted to keep. And then when I started looking at other pieces that were like, I don't know, the question I asked myself was, will I give up something from my keep pile in order to save this? And if the answer is a resounding no, then it should go. I figured if the answer was, I don't know, maybe I'll think about it, then I would probably have to consider keeping that piece. Fortunately for me, that's not what happened. I simply had a core group of pieces that I really liked and other pieces. And these are not pieces that I didn't like, but they were just not worth it to me to keep them in my wardrobe. So I have, well, you saw it. For some reason, I decided I must have button-down shirts, and I went nuts with them. The funny thing is, I hardly ever wear them, and I'm pretty sure there was never a time in my life when I did, although I think there was. So this is probably, my fantasy self shopping, and well, you've met my nostalgia self, so you know how crazy she can be about her shoes. I think I'm misremembering the things I used to like. Consequently, those are things I will go for. Button-down shirt, ooh, let me have another one, and another one, and another one, and how many do you need? Well, here's the thing. I really don't have any of them left in my closet. Honestly, I really don't. The shirts that I have that are cut on that same style are like, fluffy silk shirts, so they're very, very different in character. And when I think back on it, those are things I used to wear a lot when I was younger. So it's no wonder I'm still gravitating toward them. But that was sort of a digression. The process that I used was, I love these pieces, on what turned out to be about half of the pile. I love these. I want to keep them. And then anything else was not just jostling for closet space. I tried to look at it in terms of, if I had to take one of these items away, would that item still get the closet space? And it turned out it was no. Now, in all fairness, because there's no point in doing this sort of exercise if I'm going to lie to you about it. in all fairness, I am thinking very strongly of taking that Oxford t-shirt out of the donation box because I do wear it all the time. It definitely gets a lot of use. It's a very heavy, sturdy t-shirt. It can get a lot more use. And I probably do need something I can wear out, in the garden, digging in the dumping cat litter in gopher holes. I probably do need something like that. I can't simply have nothing but, the super nice clothes in my closet, and they're all so, la-la, and no, that doesn't work. You need some grubby clothing. Not that that shirt is grubby, it's not. But I am thinking of taking that away. Now, is that going to be a problem with my half and half? No. Because remember, 12 went but 11 stay, which means I could have gone the other way. I could have let 12 stay and 11 go. That just happened to be the numbers I was dealing with at that time. 23 shirts I was going through, that's what I ended up with. So, I'm still thinking about that. And I don't know where I sit on it yet, but I am thinking I should keep, a t-shirt that I don't mind if I get it dirty. I do also have to say that I have half a dozen silk blouses on a rack right over here in the living room with me. And the reason they are on a rack in the living room is they are all fairly recent purchases that I still have to either wash, press, or check out to make sure they don't need any repairs, which you always have to do. If you're buying used clothing, you always have to do that because, you don't want to find out that there's a torn seam when you're pulling it out of the closet to put it on and you're ready to leave the house. That's not how you want to find out. So they are still here. And even though they are brand new acquisitions, I am going to be pretty brutal when I evaluate those as well. Because the great thing about buying secondhand clothing is out of 6 of them, I would be surprised, truly surprised, if I paid more than $25 for all 6 of them together. And if some of them end up going into the donation bin, oh well, it's not as if I'm losing a great deal of money. And I can always look at that just in the context of every now and then you buy something, you get it home. It's not all you thought it was. But if you buy it with the understanding that it's either going to be yours or it's going to be donated, oh well, win-win, no matter how you slice it. So, I have to say, this technique worked very well for me, better than I expected. And as I say, it was just that perspective. And I know that closet has enough room for all those pieces. It does. I pulled them all out of the closet in the first place. So that was an artificial construct I laid on the process. What if I had to get rid of one of these blouses I like in order to keep something I'm not so crazy about? And you can play with yourself. Gosh, I play mind games with myself all the time. If I did not play mind games with myself, I swear I probably wouldn't get out of bed in the morning. I have to coax myself into everything or trick myself. And I'm pretty good at that. I've been doing this all my life. You'd think I'd catch on by now and not trust me anymore, but nope, I am such a sucker for my BS that I can con myself into anything. But that is what worked for me. It did cut that particular section of my closet in half, just about exactly. Are there other items in the closet? Sure. Do I expect it's going to be as easy when I start going through things like, my wool t-shirts, which are incredibly comfortable in the hot weather. and incredibly comfortable in the cold weather. Am I going to be willing to give up that comfort? I don't know. We'll have to see. But am I going to continue? Oh, yeah. Hey, this was such a huge win. Of course I'm going to keep doing this. I had no idea how effective that technique would be. Okay, so that is what I have for you. We are going to take a look at a slideshow on the way out. Thanks so much for being with us. Let's see. For those of you who stay with us for Just Chatting, 8 o'clock this evening, New York City time. Giveaways are still going on over at the suemeangels Facebook page. At this point, we're going through jewelry now. And I get a whole bunch of stuff, as you know, from Amazon. Jewelry is what's coming up now. Hopefully, before too long, other oddball things. Amazon gave me a very pretty porch light that I don't need. That's going into the giveaways. So the thing is, it's a varied batch of stuff. Right now, jewelry, it had been handbags. It's going to be handbags again in the future, and so on. So definitely go over, talk to the ladies over there. They are great, great people. And sign up for something free. All right. So thanks so much for being with us. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Slideshow on the way out. And in the meanwhile, have a terrific day.